Hey guys, it's Dr. Justin Marchegiani here. Today we're going to be doing a video on toenail fungus. How do you get it? How to fix it? What are the steps? I'm going to go break it all down for you here today. Before we do, please smash that like button. Really appreciate it. Put your comments down below. Let me know what you have done to address nail fungus in the past. Really curious to know that. All right, so let's dive in here. So toenail fungus, what is it? So you have some type of a fungal infection, whether it's a candida, some type of resistant fungus. Now it can gut health issues, of course, can cause and emanate chronic fungal issues. Obviously, walking around in sandals or in public areas, bathrooms, swimming pool areas, there's always a chance there's some lingering fungus on the ground and you could pick it up. Is also if that's not part of the vector, it's possible that chronic gut issues could easily emanate fungal issues on the toe as well. It could be a combination of the two, and either way, the solution is going to be similar, right? Of course, if it's more of a physical way that you came in contact with something, then usually you're going to have to topically knock that down. If it's something more internal, I've seen a lot of internal treatments knock out toenail fungus, but because there's a lot of you're taking herbs to treat intestinal stuff, it can take a while for those herbs to affect things on the outer tissue really, really far away, and of course, toenails and things like that don't have the best circulation, so you have to sometimes use things topically to really knock it down. So out of the gates, of course, we're working on gut health, right? We're working on cutting down all the inflammation, healthy paleo template. We're working on being able to digest and break down our foods. We're working to the 6 R's, right? Removing the bad foods, replacing enzymes and acids, maybe bile salts, repairing the gut lining and hormones. Fourth R is removing the gut infections. Most people do the fourth R first. That's backwards. Fifth R, repopulation, reinoculation of good bacteria. There are some specific probiotic strains that we'll use that are actually antifungal. So the probiotic phase can also still help knock down fungus as well. And then the 6 R's, retesting to make sure we knock it out. Now, fungus is pretty resistant to test on a gut test. You can see it in borderline, whether it's various yeast, candida, rhodotorula, albicans, whatever. You can see it there. You can also see it on an organic acid test. You see it with the D-arabinitol marker. That's very helpful. D-arabinitol is a fungal yeast marker, and you urinate that out. It's a metabolite of the yeast, and you can see it in a really good organic acid test. So off the bat, we're working on all the diet and lifestyle things. We're testing the gut. We're working on making sure digestion's good. We're starving out some of the candida. That's really important. Now, topically, what are some things that we're going to do? Let me show you a couple things here on my website. I did an article on this recently. So we'll put links below so you guys can see. I'm going to shrink myself. Okay, so this is an article on how to treat toenail fungus. We'll pull it up here for y'all. All right. So this is the front here, very simple. So you got to address the gut issues. That's really important. I've already talked about that now. And typically, if you have chronic gut issues, 80% of your immune system's in the gut. So if you have chronic gut issues, that can affect your immune system's ability to attack fungus external on the toenail. So that's really important. Fixing the gut helps fix the immune system. So again, you got to hit it from both ends, inside and out, to kill the fungus, right? That's a really important thing out of the gates. So there's a lot of conventional treatments. The big conventional treatments will be like a lot of these antifungal topicals, or there's antifungal medication that you will take orally to knock down the fungus. Now, these medications are very, very stressful on the liver. So a lot of times they're measuring liver enzymes during the process because of a lot of the chronic stress on the liver. So you got to be really careful when it comes to a lot of the chronic fungus. I mean, so you can look here, medications. For toenail fungus, you're going to see one of the big side effects is an elevation in liver enzymes. So Lamisil is going to be another big one right there. Sporanax, and you got to be very, very, very careful. You're taking it systemically, and you got to be very, very careful of liver stress. So usually they're going to be measuring liver enzymes. ALT, AST is a big one they're going to be looking at out of the gates. Just an FYI on that. And so some of the things that we're going to do is we're going to use the herbs to address things internally. We're going to topically nail it, right? We're going to topically nail it. So a couple of things that I've used topically, if you go to my Justin Health approved page, right? You go to the products and you click the approved product category. You'll see some of the things I like. So one, this little nail fungus pen's excellent. So if I could pull it up here, I just had it on me here a second ago. Let me find it. So this little toenail fungus pen's excellent. You pull it out like this, and you turn this little knob like so, and you're going to see the little compounds come out that are antifungal. This is excellent. So this is a product that you can get on Amazon. I don't sell it directly. I'll show you all the ingredients here so you guys can see it. So this is the compound here. I like it. Let me go over what the ingredients are. So here you go. It's chitin, hydroxybenzoic acid, and an angelica herb. So those are the big 3 ingredients. I like it. Topically, it works. I find the topical stuff, it works better when you combine it with a soak, okay? So topical's really good. So I like to combine it with a soak. So this fungal pen's excellent. We'll put the links all below so you guys see it and can utilize that. So fungal pen, excellent. Very good. Fungal soak would be one of the next things. So here's a really good herbal soak from Long Creek Herbs. Wonderful, wonderful. You guys can get it here as well if you want to support us. This has a couple of different herbs that are wonderful. It's got mentha in there, which is from the menthol, equistium, and lavender and eucalyptus. So this makes a really wonderful formula, and you're going to combine it with apple cider vinegar, and you're going to save this herb, this concoction. You'll put your feet in it for 10-15 minutes, pull it out, let it dry, and then add the pen on top of it to the nails that are affected. This works wonderful. Very, very, very good soak. The only issue with it is you got to keep it. You got to keep the soak for like 6 to 8 weeks so you don't get a nice fresh one every night. And so some people don't like that. So there's another option here. You can do tea tree oil soak. This one's excellent. Love this one. It's got a couple of different herbs in there, so you can see out of the gates. It's got 100 Epsom salt, sea salt. It's going to have the big herbs in here out of the gates are going to be tea tree, eucalyptus, rosemary, peppermint, lavender, spearmint, chamomile, and sodium bicarbonate MSM. So it's got a lot of Epsom salt, which is magnesium sulfate, and a lot of sulfur, so it's very relaxing, very calming, very good to do at night, and some really good essential oils. And then you're going to make this in a foot tub, and you're going to add some hot water into it to a comfortable level so your ankles are covered. And then I typically add 4 to 8 ounces of apple cider vinegar in there as well, because the apple cider vinegar is very antifungal. So that's excellent. So you can do the apple cider vinegar with this, or you can do the Long Creek Herbs formula, which is wonderful. And then once your feet are in there 10-15 minutes, pull them out, let them dry. Once they're dried, you can add the topical pen on there for even better coverage. And again, it's really important. You really want to change your diet. You want to figure out what the habit is. Am I wearing too many sandals or shoes where my toes are exposed? Am I walking around in public places that could be causing some problems? So you really want to get to the root underlying issue to make sure you're actually fixing the problem. That's like super important. All right, excellent. And so these are my big things, and you can look at some of the other approved products here. Toenail fungus is really good. I've seen this product right here do pretty well on toenail fungus as well. You can topically add it. It is, let me find it. This one, Wonder Bomb, does pretty well topically, but the pen works really good. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Hope that makes sense at all to y'all. I'm gonna make myself a little bit bigger here. Okay, and we'll maybe answer some questions here for a minute. So the key is when you're addressing toenail fungus, figure out if it's a chronic issue from your gut and poor diet. Figure out if it's a topical issue where you're physically exposing your feet to fungus, whether in a public bathroom, pool, through sandals, etc., not changing your socks, general things. See if it's something that you can do hygienically to fix that. So that's a big thing out of the gates. Understand where it's coming from. Try to address it with your diet. Try to address it internally, right? There's different herbs we can use. So in my line, we use GI Clear 5 and GI Clear 6 are wonderful internally. Olive leaf, grapefruit seed extract, wonderful. Oil of oregano, wonderful. Undecanoic acid, great. Podiarco, great. So there's some good herbs to address things internally. Then we address it topically with various soaks and a fungal pen. So a lot of good options. I got a lot of experience doing this with, hundreds of patients. Having seen thousands, you always have people with fungal issues on the nails. It's quite a difficult issue to rectify, but that's a good way to address it out of the gate. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you want to reach out, if you have chronic gut issues or fungal issues and you want to reach out to a professional like myself, a link will be below where you guys can reach out. Happy to help you and work with patients all around the country. And feel free to share this with friends or family if they can benefit as well. Links for all the product recommendations will be below so you guys can see that. All right, let me try to answer some questions pertaining to this topic. Someone I know has black on his toenails. I try to tell him that could be a sign of cancer. Could you talk about that? I mean, it could be like a melanoma issue, right? It's very possible. Get that looked at by a dermatologist. You may have to have that surgically removed. Could that pen work on small fungal spots on the skin that has no toenail on it, like small spots on the thigh or chest? It's very possible. Yep, very possible. You can also do like tea tree oil. You can also get some of the various fungal soaps, which are topically helpful as well. So if you look at some of the soaps on my Just and Health approved products, there's some good fungal soaps there that are helpful as well. Excellent. Good questions there. Could you provide a brief overview of your GI Clear line in terms of each purpose? Yeah, GI Clear 1's an antibacterial, Stomona, dill, wormwood, Java brucei, Hydeatus coptis, yarrow, procrasma, kutch tree. GI Clear 2, the big 3 ingredients are going to be clove, bismuth, and mastic in there. There'll be some berberines. That's my H. pylori killer. GI Clear 3 is a nano silver, which works very well for candida. It also is a great biofilm buster, so it allows clearing herbs to work better for bacteria as well. 4 is my bigger parasite killer. Higher dose golden seal, higher dose olive leaf, some black walnut hulls for parasites in there. It's also got some grapefruit seed extract. It's got high dose berberines in there and olive leaf. GI Clear 5 is pure oil of oregano, which is great for fungus, and also higher dose can be great antiparasitic. And 6 is a good bacteria and fungal killer. There's also going to be Podiarco, olive leaf in there. There's going to be French tarragon. There's going to be Podiarco, stinging nettle. So those are the big herbs there out of the gates. Hope that was helpful for you. Dr. J, I struggle with adult acne. It's gotten better by cutting out dairy, but any thoughts on whether olive hurts that? So the first thing, if you're having adult acne, you shouldn't be, number one. So you got to first get your diet 100% cleaned out, do a full AIP diet, and then see how much that improves, and then test your gut and test all your hormones and your hormone metabolism, because that's going to be a big thing, and work on cutting the carbohydrates down because high levels of insulin can drive that. Which bacteria are antifungal? You mean which clearing herbs? So clearing herbs that are antifungal, some of them have dual purposes, right? So oil of oregano has a dual purpose. Tea tree has a dual purpose. Olive leaf can do dual purposes on that. Podiarco works great. Undecanoic acid really works great. Silver works great. Those are all very helpful. Great. Let me just see here. I'm going to try to keep it on topic here. So try sticking to berries, but anything we can do at night, maybe to curb any yeast or fungus that could grow. I'm not worried about a little bit of fruit. A little bit of fruit, just keep it low sugar fruit, isn't that big of a deal. Perea cream, can we apply it for toenail fungus? Yes, you can. The Wonder Balm, that does work good. Absolutely. Can oil of oregano irritate the gut? It can. I mean, that's why we always work on GI. We always work on the clearing in the 4th step, so we have more healing and inflammation reduction in the gut. But, you know, if you're sensitive, always start low and slow and work it in, and maybe even try it with food as well, and work on, you know, if we're using my GI Restore, that's helpful for the gut lining, and or the ginger tea with Manuka honey is very helpful. If a mole grows very slowly, is it necessary? Doesn't mean it's cancer. It depends. As usually if it's symmetrical, the color doesn't change too much, usually it's going to be okay. There's a doctor, Dr. T.L. Oren, drtevents.com. He does a lot of natural skincare with this proprietary acid compound, and he can hit things, and then basically it kills the blood supply to that mole or to that skin lesion, and it can fall off. So Dr. T is a wonderful resource if you want to topically hit a mole or a skin growth. Okay, here. I think we hit all the major questions here for today, guys. Just trying to stay on topic so it makes sense, and we kind of keep the video pertinent to the listeners who watch it later. All right, y'all. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Put your comments down below. Give me a share. Really appreciate it. If you want to dive deeper and work with someone like myself who's an expert in this field, I'm here to help you all as well. You guys have a phenomenal day, and take care and be healthy. Bye now.